Hey y'all. I have something in my teeth. You would have thought I would have started this video, with getting that out of my tooth, but I just felt it. I wasn't going to make this video because I really don't have the time. I have to go pick up my son from play practice. He's doing Mamma Mia here pretty directly in the next few weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks. Anyways, my phone wasn't charged either. I use one phone for content and another phone for, my regular stuff. So I had to plug it in. And as I'm getting it to where it needs to be, this deck fell. It's a very, very old vintage deck. I still don't have everything out of my teeth. That might be significant for someone. Someone might like to floss their teeth a lot or use mouthwash, or somebody needs to. I was getting before I got on here, you don't want any smoke. That's for somebody. I'm not sure who. I've gotten a bunch of messages recently. Gratitude's super important to somebody's life. Somebody needs to conduct happiness into their life, whatever that may mean. Someone might be a conductor. This is significant here. I also pulled this card after that love deck came out. So I was eating a salad from my favorite place. I love it so much. Oh, I wanted to tell you, the royalty deck started falling out too. I have a royalty deck. This is the front of it. E for Emma. That might be significant to somebody. Parrot spirit, watch your words. I hope everybody is doing great on this lovely night. It's so warm out in Pennsylvania, which is really weird because it never is. So I'm very grateful for that. Someone might be a Pisces in your life. Or someone might have a koi fish pond. Someone's parents might be like of Japanese or Korean or Chinese descent. Someone could have a Zen den or be Zen-is. That's what they said. With their koi fish outside. Hey! Sounds like a great time to me. So anyways, the other day I was hearing, well, I've been hearing for the last few days. I've been wanting to get on here, but I've been kind of busy with my little sprinkle. A little bit of glitter on it. But anyways, I kept hearing the song, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I don't know if that's significant to anyone, that song, but I've been hearing that the last 3 days. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Are you somebody's or somebody wants you to be theirs? That could be significant. Somebody want to go see Panthers, the football team. Or maybe you live around the Panthers. I also got the other day, here we go with the nose thing. I'm going to grab my phone if I can't remember it, but it was like duly noted geotagged, and timestamped. That's what it was. Duly noted, geotagged, and timestamped. That's what I got. Getting that for a couple days too. Duly noted, geotagged, and timestamped. Don't know what that means. I'm sure one of you guys do. Someone might be going to the beach or just got back from the beach or going on a vacation to like the Caribbeans. They're being generous to their own spirit, honoring their own ancestral, I want to say wounds, but it's lack thereof now. Someone's believing in themselves. Even if they're squirrely. I ain't mad at it. I'm a little squirrely too, y'all. And all the squirrels are coming out around here. Because it's about that time of year. So everyone's getting a little nutty. Because it's getting warm and everyone's coming out of the house. People are, you know, next thing you know, going to be dressed half naked. Especially if, like I said, you're going to the beach or the Caribbeans. Or I'm getting Jamaica and St. Thomas and rhinoceroses. That's what I'm getting. Someone might also be going where there's parrots or parakeets. Someone's name might be Ethel. I know, right? This is like not facing the right way. Right, let me show you what it is. I was also seeing like those Mexican ladies that like look like the Day of the Dead that are like inside of the Mexican restaurants. That was also something I was seeing. How pretty this is. Someone might be feeling like very blessed today or just like recently. I today was like thinking to myself, how am I going to drive my car to drop it off to get inspected? And I drove down this road that I never drive down ever, just randomly. And I saw one of my patients. And I was like, hey, you drive a foreign car, don't you? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I drive a Mercedes. I was like, so do I. So I was like, can you follow me so I can drop it off to get inspected? And he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And it was just like as simple as that. But I was like all like worried how I was going to get up there and ask a bunch of friends and texted a bunch of people. And next thing you know, I drive down the road and see him. And now my car's dropped off to get inspected. So someone might be feeling very lucky, or someone may have came into their life that made them feel lucky. I'm going to pull one more card from this deck, and then I'm going to switch decks very quickly and get some letters that might be significant. Someone might not be able to talk. Significant to you. I'm looking for the deck here. I know exactly which deck I want. Just don't know if I can find it at the moment. I know I can find it. Anyways, somebody like lost something. Ask St. Anthony. St. Anthony, something's been lost. Please come around and find it for me because you know I can't. Reclaim your power. I just heard find your mind. I've been having a hard problem finding my mind. I finally got my passport sent to me. They finally accepted a photo after like God only knows how many, to be quite honest. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. That reminds me of my twin flame, a seahorse. So let me pull a couple letters. I was going to pull from a different deck of letters, and then like once I like went to get them, like pull from that, like grab that deck, I was like guided to pull this other one. W might be significant. So it might be a Leo. And you know, it's so weird. I was just thinking before I looked for this deck of cards, I was just thinking about a Leo. And then as I was thinking about the Leo, I looked down and I saw this lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. And then I look at this. This is the top deck of a deck that I had to move to get the letters. And it says, this is a cinnabar crystal. Never heard of it. It's pretty, right? Looks like pomegranate to me. Someone might like pomegranate, drink pomegranate juice. That would be so good right now. I love this apricot and apple juice that they like puree at our local grocery store. Is so good. But anyways, this is saying it's a Leo Mercury stone, and Mercury, I believe, is in retrograde right now. You can double check on that astrologically wise. I was also hearing earlier soul tribes and soul trines. And when I looked up trines, and I've heard this before in astrology, it has to do with the placement. So maybe someone needs to do their like birth charts and place it on like someone else's birth chart, like on top, and then it shows you different characteristics about the relationship you might have. I just saw 1111. Anyways, this is called Cinnabar. So they came out with this new alcohol. I drink like Rumple Mints, and it's minty, right? But it's not cinnaminty. It's just like minty, like toothpaste mint, right? Well, they came out with this. They were like running low on it. They didn't have it for a while. And they were, I'm guessing they had to clear out some of their tanks of whatever makes it. It's from Germany, and they had to use they had to clear out the tanks from the regular Rumple Mints they used, and they had to use it for the cinnamon Rumple Mints, right? So that's probably why they were on a shortage of it, because now their tanks are making the cinnamon shit, right? Well, I went to the liquor store a few times since they came out with it, and they've asked me, these three different people, like, asked me, why don't you try it here? Just try it, you know, the cinnamon. Look, I got a couple bottles, a couple different times of the cinnamon stuff and gave it away. I didn't even drink it. And then this one guy asked me again that worked there. He said, did you try it? And I was like, I didn't. He's like, but you bought a couple bottles. And I was like, I know. I just sold one too. And he said, well, okay. He said, well, are you going to try it? And I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, kind of know what I want. I always, you know, just habit of nature, however they say, creature of nature, or habit, or whatever the hell they say. I know someone knows what I'm talking about. But I tried it the one night, you guys. It was terrible. It was so fucking terrible. It was terrible. I don't think I would drink it if I wanted a drink. Like, it was like that. Like, it was worse than, the hell they call that? Fireball. Fireball. That song might be significant to somebody. And I just saw Senor Frogs in my head. That's what they said, y'all. Senor Frogs. Anyways, Cinnabar. Manifestation, wealth, and inspiration. Known as the alchemist stone, cinnabar is a crystal used to enhance metaphysical abilities, called in abundance, and manifest your heart's desires. Cinnabar's name originated from the Persian word meaning dragon's blood and refers to the tiny red gems sprinkled across the stone. This crystal is powerful for enhancing your life force, giving you the stamina you need to carry out your tasks and go after the things that can feel larger than life. Cinnabar grounds and encourages you while you reach beyond what you believe is possible. And then, like I said, it says Leo and Mercury. That's very significant. We just had the blood red moon. And I was just watching on YouTube the other day about how Nostradamus predicted about the blood red moon, when the moon would turn blood. And we just had one the other day. That could be significant to somebody. Somebody's calling me. Oh, it's probably my son. I knew I should have got off here after I read this card. I just saw 1444. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.